Hello, my name is Bruce Miller, and I'm with RimTech Consulting. And this brief video is an overview of our one-day online training course about Microsoft Purview eDiscovery. So eDiscovery is just about finding records, right? Well, that is true, but there's a lot more involved than meets the eye. This training course is not a feature tour of Purview's eDiscovery features. That's not what this is about. If all you want to know is what the features um, in Purview eDiscovery do, then you can go to any YouTube video and find that out. That's not what this is really all about. This training is different. This training uh, still has the same 16 features of eDiscovery, but we're here to teach you which of those 16 to use, when, why, and how to use them to get the right outcome. So what exactly is electronic discovery really all about? Well, it's about coughing up the right records when you're forced to do so by a legal action, be it um, a, uh, a legal court order or whatever, any litigation or any other process. So the trick is that you don't want to turn out too much data or too little. You have to find the right balance, and that's a legal balance, by the way. And if you're not careful, e-discovery can be really, really costly. So you want to make the process as efficient as you can. And that's what this training is all about. How do we do it efficiently, effectively, to minimize the time and maximize the output? So e-discovery is a process. There are 6 steps: identifying the appropriate records that we think are worthy of consideration for releasing, preserve the data, collect the pieces we intend to release, review very carefully, analyze them, and then export to external legal counsel. That's the process in a nutshell. If you run this process well, then you'll have a good outcome. If you run it poorly, you'll have a poor outcome. So what exactly is a good outcome? Well, a good outcome is that has 5 elements to it. Number 1 is you find the right records. What does the right records mean? Well, it means that you found everything you have in your possession, everything, even in places you never thought you would ever find stuff. But when you find everything, that doesn't mean you have to release everything. You only have to release what you need to release according to the order. So just because you find something doesn't mean you have to release it. So you want to release the right amount, no more and no less. That's the balance again. You have to strike a good balance. So we'll be looking at ways to use KQL and artificial intelligence to find the right records to release. Those are called the respondent records. Number 2, step 2 is you have to do a review, and that's where the money comes in. That's where it could be very, very expensive. So we want to have a very highly efficient review process. So we'll be looking at how do we make that efficient, that process as efficient as possible. And that means minimum time spent and therefore minimum cost. Number 3 is what exactly are we going to export to counsel? Well, only what we absolutely have to. We'll look at that and we'll look at how we can redact anything sensitive in the documents we feel we need to release. Number 4 is we protect the process. The whole process of a e-discovery is an important one, and it has to be tracked. So we have to defend that process potentially in court. So that means we're going to have to apply some legal holds. We'll have to carefully consider the chain of custody with audit trails and so on. And we're going to have to carefully manage the custodians who are holding those records, because e-discovery can go on for months, even years potentially. 5, finally, we have to make this entire process legally defensible if we get challenged on it. So that's what we'll be covering in this training. Again, this is not just a feature tour of Purview features. It's how to do eDiscovery correctly. Thank you, and hopefully we'll see you in a training course.